Placing a trade shouldn't be complicated. It should be smooth as butter. The Fidelity app makes investing easy with zero commission U.S. stock and ETF trades, no account minimums, and fractional shares trading. Fidelity, where nothing comes between you and the trade. That's smooth. Download our app free from the App Store or Google Play. Sell orders are subject to an activity assessment fee from 1 cent to 3 cents per $1,000 of principal. No account minimums apply to retail brokerage accounts only. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC.
Luxury is meant to be livable. Discover the new leather collection at Ashley with premium quality leather sofas, recliners, and more, all built to last. No matter how many spills, scuffs, or pet-related mishaps come its way, the leather collection at Ashley is made with the durability you need for the whole family. Shop the new leather collection at Ashley and find chairs starting at $499.99 and sofas at $599.99. Ashley, for the love of home.
Welcome.
Good morning. Good afternoon, and good evening. And welcome to another insane in the membrane AFK solo podcast. And good day, mate. Today we have an extra juicy announcement. Your boy, Ninja, that's me, is getting his very own skin in LEGO Fortnite. Let's go, baby. All right, time for some life updates, dude. Before we hop in all the juicy, badoocy details, you know, I've been a little bit of a streaming funkerino lately, dude. And I think, you know, as I get older, I find myself in these funks a little bit more. I think it's just, you know, I've been doing this for so long that, you know, sometimes it's just, I think like for me, a funk could be like, it's just stale. The you know, it could be like a mental thing. It could be I'm just not enjoying streaming, or I'm not enjoying the game that I'm playing. And usually it's the game, right? Usually like my streaming funks usually are around me not being able to just enjoy the game that I'm streaming, and then it feels forced, right? That's kind of where we're at right now. Well, that's kind of where we were at a little bit ago, to be fair, actually, because there's a huge new Fortnite update coming. I'm not even joking. Fortnite added some like funny bird duck skins, and they're actually just, dude, it's just crazy. I'm actually having, the game is just so much more funny and enjoyable. I've also recently added a new medallion overlay where if I collect all 5 medallions, there's this new alert pops up on my stream. So it's actually been a little bit interesting. It's been a little bit fun. But before that, the Fortnite season's kind of gotten a little stale. They haven't really done any big updates. They haven't added anything new. They've only nerfed things, right? So they made the sniper rifle a little bit harder to use, which is, by the way, I agree with that massively. Sniper rifle in the Fortnite right now is one of the most broken guns in the game. One shot headshot. You know, you can have up to 5 shots if you have the extended mag. I mean, this thing is, you know, OP. But they recently nerfed it so that it takes a little bit. The bullet travel time is longer, and it drops. It shoots slower. The bullet just drops so much faster. So you have to lead a lot more. You have to aim up more. It's actually pretty crazy, but it makes it more skillful to use at medium to long range, which is awesome. But anyways, as I digress. Just the way that people have been playing this season, and I don't have a lot of friends that play in the mornings, right? Tim and Cloaksy and everyone got rehooked back on COD. Go figure. It's the cycle all over again. They claim they'll never play the game. They are having fun and having a blast on Fortnite. They stream and get great viewers on COD. They go back to COD. You know, it's the same game, but it doesn't matter. I get it too, dude, right? Like viewers for a lot of streamers they're everything. They're so important. Like if I could, you know, if I was getting double, triple my viewers, if I was playing a different game, like who's to say that I'd stick with Fortnite? Especially if I was truly having a blast playing the game. You know, there's a lot of give and a lot of take as a streamer. And if you're having fun playing the game and you're getting numbers, that's like a wombo combo. You can't beat that. When you're not having fun, it's tough, dude. It can be tough. You can really see that affect a lot of streamers like right now. But yeah, the kind of funk is for me right now is that game just really wasn't fun. Fortnite, boo-boo. not very good, kind of stale. So many campers, dude. So many campers, so many people just lingering outside of the, just outside of mainly Lavish Lair, but everywhere, where they'll just get a bunch of grenades or just, get whatever, just the cringiest guns on the planet, crouch outside of, one of the vaults, and then just wait for you to go in the vault. And that has to be the most cringe annoying thing in the world. I don't think it can't get any worse. And it's horrible. It's horrible. So annoying. And it happened it just happened all day to me one day. And I was like, this is the least fun I've ever had in my entire life. Dominating an entire area only to, be eliminated by some nerd with 0 eliminations. And it was just happening all day. And it's not the first time that's happened too. That happens quite often. It just kind of piled on and happened even more one day. So, and to me, it was just so boring. I was like, this is a snooze fest, not enjoying it. And how do you get yourself out of a funk, right? Let's talk about how do you get yourself out of a streaming funk? Well, I kind of mentioned this earlier. I did some things that I haven't done in a while, right? We got new alerts and new overlays. Those are few and far between for me, and the new skins, which again is so silly. But skins can kind of count as an update sometimes, right? They can be so unique that they really just kind of change how you play the game. And really, these skins are just so goofy and so funny. You're just this thin, long, side-eyed bird with these goofy little eyes, and it just kind of brought this lightness to the game. And I stopped landing Lavish Lair. That's another thing too. The way that you're playing the game can affect how much fun you're having, right? Sometimes you just got to mix it up as a streamer. If you're I was just in such a groove where I was literally just spawning, landing Lavish Lair, getting that gun, and driving in the exact same direction and collecting all the medallions. And I would just do that over and over and over again. And that was so boring. So boring. So I got myself out of the funk pretty quick, right, with just landing different places. That alone kind of just changed the game a little bit for me and made me start having a little bit more fun, and just really trying to go for all 5 medallions so I could get the cool new overlay to show off for my viewers. So that's been a blast for me. And that's kind of helped. And there's a new huge update coming up soon. So hopefully that's fun. Fortnite just freaking hinted that they might do a collaboration with Disney. They didn't hint it. They're doing a collaboration with Disney. What? And it looks insane, by the way. It doesn't look like it's just some ridiculous, I don't even know. It almost, if I can be honest, it almost looked like an MMO. It almost looked like some sort of MMO. I can't even explain it. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be sick. I'm praying that it's some kind of MMO style game where, there's quests and missions and stuff. They tease that there's just going to be, there's Avatar and Disney. I don't know. It just looks so sick, dude. Star Wars. It looks sick. So I'm pumped about that. Moving on a little bit from Fortnite, man. What is the weirdest thing that I've witnessed this week? Dude, hold on. Let me think. What week is it? The weirdest thing I've witnessed this week. Dude, well, it's got to be it's gotta be the leaked video recently of, yeah, you know what, dude? Never mind. That's actually, no, it's got to be the leak, the alleged leak. Who knows, dude? There's so much. Oh man, I don't. It's either between the alleged leak Drake video or the Aiden Ross Cardi Playboy Cardi $2 million incident. It's got to be one or the other. Both of those very strange. And then Aiden's just kind of getting the shit into the stick. Huh? He also got recently scammed for allegedly $250K from 21 Savage for marked cards. That on the streaming side of things, definitely the weirdest thing that's happened this week. Yeah. Moving on. How's the hell, fam? Dude, listen, viewers, viewers. Fam's great. Well, my side of the family's great. Jess's side of the family struggling a little bit with some health stuff, but everything is kind of under control. But it's been a little worrisome. As for Jessica and myself, we recently obviously participated and partaked in Dry January, so we've just been feeling on top of the world. I am hands down the least bloated I've ever been in my entire life. My oldest brother, my middle brother Chris, who I love very much, always said that, he's very wise for his age. And, he's 34 now, so, but he always said, you need to pick a vice in this world. You can't pick multiple vices. And for example, like if you're going to drink a lot, you shouldn't eat bad also, right? Because like eating unhealthy is a vice. Eating dessert, right, is a vice. Eating a lot of dessert, I guess I should say. And, drinking is a vice, etc. Things like that. And I mean, he's just, he's not wrong, because I was drinking a lot. I was eating unhealthy. I was eating horrible. And I was eating as much dessert as I wanted. And I've never been more bloated in my life. So now I'm much better. I feel incredible. I'm eating a little bit, naughty from time to time, and it's not like destroying me, which is like even more amazing, right? I can kind of cheat and have some days where I eat whatever I want. Even some dessert, and I don't blow up like a balloon and spend all night on the toilet. So getting old is fun, guys and girls out there. Gotta love it. I still have not broke dry January. We're 8 days into February. I've been popping off on the main stage. Been hitting the gym again. I took like a 4-day break. This is something interesting. I took a 4-day break from the gym, and I really did kind of feel like I was in a dream. It felt weird. I died on my hardcore character in Final Fantasy 11. And for those of you guys who know what hardcore WoW is, right? If you die once, your character's it's over. It's done. It's gone. I was on a hardcore character in Final Fantasy. I was only about like a week into it, but it was like a very dedicated week. That's really kind of got me hooked on the game again. And I died on him. And then I didn't stream on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday that following, because I wanted to grind back to where I was. And in that instances as well, I didn't work out once. And I did feel like I was kind of in this weird dream state where I was okay, but I don't know. It was like, what I'm trying to get at is I went to the gym, took my little pre-workout. I went and I did my first set, and it was a great set. Then I did my second set, which is like, my first real set with like some lateral pull downs. And it felt like my eyes opened up, man. Like literally after the set, I stood up and it felt like I was just clear. Like my head was clear. My mind was clear. It was a very weird feeling, but it literally just felt like there was this like, this like cloth lifted from my eyes after I did it. Just another constant reminder that I need to go to the gym, and I need to stay consistent, and kind of bouncing back and forth and bouncing all over the place a little bit here. Speaking of Jess also doing dry January, one of the reasons we really wanted to do that as well is Jess had a brain scan. So we had these brain scans at this local doctor that we use. We love her. Jess's brain scan was terrible. It was terrible. It was like red. Like red is bad when it comes to these things, right? And mine was perfect. So I didn't really need to go back and do another brain scan after the dry January. But she was very curious to see what her brain scan would look like when she did after dry January. So obviously she went back, and it was like so much better. It was so much better for her. So like, and my brain scan, I took mine when I was still drinking a lot. So like my brain wasn't really affected as much for drinking, as much as my body was, which is different, because it's funny, because for Jess, I think it was the opposite. Jess was definitely, her brain was heavily affected by the alcohol, I think. I mean, clearly very interesting, but other than that, dry January, post dry January, thoughts and concerns, dude, I'm so all in. I don't even plan on drinking during the Super Bowl, unless, Dennis and Tim hold me down and put a freaking IV in me. I'm really just not that interested. What's your genius thought of the week? What's the next big thing? Ooh, interesting. Unfortunately, if I had genius thoughts of the week, people would be profiting all the time. Somebody should take advantage of the fact that there isn't the chosen one chocolate milk out there. You know what I mean? I love a good Choco milk, and I feel like they're someone should get out there. That's my genius thought of the week. What's your high thought of the week? What's breaking your brain? Wait. This one's hitting a little too close to home. What is my high thought of the week? Breaking my brain, dude. I did have a crazy dream. It just slipped my brain. Hey, I got a great name for you. High horse. All right. Yeah, that's it. That's the high thought of the week, is I forgot it. And my For You page, dude. Let's end the life updates with my For You page. My For You page is literally usually bangers, and I know bangers. And for me, it's still, believe it or not, they're fading away a little bit, but it's still low taper fade stuff, like Ninja low taper fade stuff, even bleeding into the beginning of February, which is pretty crazy to me. It's that, and it's a lot of League of Legends. It's a lot of League of Legends memes, dude. Which, by the way, I'm really pumped about because I'm kind of back on my League of Legends grind, and I'm happy to find myself back on League of Legends TikTok. I love the game. I love the game. I got the itch. I'm playing it a lot right now. So. Yeah.
Hello, America. It's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you don't have Consumer Cellular yet, now is the perfect time to switch and save. For a limited time, new customers can get wireless service for as low as $15 a month for your first year. Yep, the same exact nationwide coverage as the leading carriers for $15 a month for an entire year. What are you waiting for? Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com and use code RADIO15.
See consumercellular.com/firstyear15 for promotional details.
Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. With the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms, Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers. In fact, Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/podcastfree. All lowercase, shopify.com/podcastfree, shopify.com/podcastfree.
That's the life update, everyone. Hope you guys are all taking care of yourself, being smart. Let's get on to the main event. Fortnite Lego skin. All the haters doubted. I was getting tagged. Ninja, why is your Fortnite Lego skin in the game? And I'm going to be honest with you guys. It was delayed originally because I was being a bad boy. I don't know what it was. I guess I was doing we reached out to LEGO Fortnite, of course, and right when I found out LEGO Fortnite was coming in, I reached out to Andre, who was my amazing assistant. And I was like, Andre, bro, we gotta hit him up, give him the rights. We would love to have our LEGO skin in the game. I literally think it was like, dude, the Lego team must have just been watching a recent game with me and Tim and Cloaksy, because they were like, yeah, you weren't very not even kid friendly, but you had an interesting moment on stream or something, and they need you to kind of clean it up a little bit, and they can put your skin in the game. So I was on my best behavior recently, and we're getting the skin in the game. So very exciting, love that. I'm pretty pumped about it. When did you get word you were getting a ninja skin? Literally a couple days ago. Yeah, it was not too long ago. So it wasn't like I've been sitting on this dime. And it's always exciting. It is exciting sitting on news, but it's also like I always want to tell my audience what's going on. Especially, and by the way, I don't know when this is going to be launching, but when the Lego skin does come out, my skin in the game will also probably be out as well. A lot of people always asking me about that when the Ninja Skin's coming back in the item shop. So there you have it. Sorry, delicious coffee. Did I have any say in the development of the skin? So yes and no. Like, they did, Fortnite did what Fortnite does, where they just kind of minimized it, put it through the Lego animator, whatever. And yeah, it looks great. And I was asked if I wanted to put any changes, but literally they do such a great job. It was so perfect. So no, I didn't. I had say in the development of it, but I didn't really have to do any developing myself, which is always nice. But they did want me to approve of the dances and the intro. So like kind of like how I'm going to be dancing, how the intro is going to work, which is just like what it's going to look like in the drop video or something. Which is, cool. But am I going to play my skin? Of course. Of course, I'm going to play my skin. We'll hop into the Lego world. We'll give it a show. We'll let everyone know what it looks like. And I still probably won't grind it just because it's, they haven't really added anything of substance in Lego Fortnite recently. So yeah, I don't plan on grinding it very much, but Still gonna show it off, just kind of like my skin, my warm up map, right? We had a brand new warm up map came out in Fortnite Creative, and finally Fortnite allowed the new weapons to be added, right? Which is amazing because now, hello, it's an aim trainer map in the map code, and it's like an aim trainer map without any of the new maps or any of the new weapons. It's like, what's the point? Like, what are you actually warming up with? So very excited about that as well. But yeah, I'll give it a little look. See, I'll let everyone know what's going on, what it looks like, and I'll jump around and I'll build some stuff and I'll fly around the world. And for some reason, am I going to attack people with my Fortnite Lego skin? I mean, what is that? Have they even added PvP? I mean, I'll take on some world bosses, but again, they haven't added any real delicious, nutritious content to the game. So yeah, again, it's just gonna be a quick little this, a quick little that. Just talking about some other games, man. Are our first person shooters getting outpaced by survival crafting games? Oh, this is an interesting question. I've been saying this for quite some time, that shooters, FPSs, besides like Counter-Strike and Valorant, which are tactical shooters, by the way, they're dying. They're a dying breed. Well, maybe not FPSs. It's arena shooters. Arena shooters are the dying breed. And that's just because, dude, I think it's safe to say that everyone wants, people just want more substance, man. They just need more substance, dude. You can't just it's difficult to just especially for me, I can't just drop into a game as a streamer. Dude, games like H1Z1, games like, PUBG, Fortnite, these battle royale, even COD Warzone, there's stories that are being told, right, with how long these games are. And it's great to stream. There's so much downtime. You can sit and look over and read chat, and each game tells a story, right? But when you play arena shooters, no arena shooter ever tells a story, ever. It's impossible. It's too short, right? Capture the flag in Halo sometimes could take a minute, all right? If you're the better team, you would just load in, get the power weapons, and sometimes score 3 flags in 30 seconds, and the game's over. And that, very rarely do you have a 15-minute overtime capture the flag game or a 49-49 Slayer where people are on the edge of their seats. And that's the issue, right, with arena shooters. That's the issue with arena shooters when it comes from a content standpoint, right? To be able to absorb that as content, it's not fun. It's not fun. It's not as entertaining and exciting, right? You queue up into a game, destroy a team, right back into matchmaking. Queue up into a game, get into a game, right? Destroy another team, right back into matchmaking. It's not fun. And if you're really, really good, you're usually winning, and that's even more boring. And if you're on the other side and you're getting dominated, that's even worse. So not good. Not a good world to live in, to be an arena shooter. I would never even make one. I think you're unless you have some crazy new spin on it, you are wasting money and wasting time. Unless, again, crazy new spin on it. So got to be unique. It has to be. Otherwise, you're just, I hate to say wasting because but it is. So very sorry.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. With the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms, Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers. In fact, Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/podcast free. All lowercase, shopify.com/podcast free, shopify.com/podcast free.
We're going AFK with Ninja. What's he gonna say?
What else? I mean, what are the games am I playing? Any Digimon, Pokemon? Ooh. So yeah, I mean, I'll do some recommendees, dude. I'll do some recommended games right now, dude. Absolutely. So Sea of Thieves is not what I'm talking about. Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars is on my game of the year. Was on like one of my game of the years. Sea of Stars. It's a very affordable game that recently came out. I think like last year. It's like $20, $30 or something. It's actually it's got replay value. It's super sick. Super sick. Highly recommend if you're looking for a game to play. Also, Power World obviously is incredible. I've been dabbling in Pokemon Go again. It's always the game that I always come back to, especially since Jess always wants me to come back to the game because she has not stopped playing it. It's actually really surprising, very surprising, actually. Yeah, and then Digimon, the new Digimon World 2. That had its moment. Digimon World shined for me pretty brightly. I tried to replay it again, but the difficulty on it, like I don't agree with it. So when they changed the difficulty, like changing difficulty on a game, it has to be right. And like for some reason in this game, they did it wrong, and I don't know how. I have no idea how they did this. But they just made it so that like when you would train, so yeah, you have to train up your Digimon and they get stronger, and like, you make them go through strength training, they get a certain amount of strength. You make them go through this training, they get a certain amount of that. They did it where the higher it is, like you just get less stats when you train, which means that your Digimon just die but like to the point where it's useless. So like it's just gonna take you forever, right? I hate that. If a game, just because a game is more difficult, the skill gap should be in other areas. It shouldn't be like, oh, you just need to put in like 100 more hours to get to where you originally wanted to be in order to be the game. I don't like that. In my opinion, like, make certain mechanics of the game harder, right? Increase the difficulty elsewhere rather than, maybe just the monsters have more hit points. So you have to be, and maybe they're stronger, but not like it's harder for you to become stronger. And, I think, I speak for everybody when I say the game that I don't speak for everybody, but everyone knows what I'm talking about. If you know me at all, I have been 100% diehard grinding Final Fantasy 11. Absolutely in love with this game. It always happens, right? I always just get these random itches, and I'm hooked right now. So there's always been, and the funny thing is, again, I'm on this private server, horizonxi.com is the website. It's free to download. This is like a 20-year-old MMO. And you've been able to do this in this server. The server's been live for a year now. You've been able to do this the entire time, but I just didn't really put any thought into it. But, hardcore status, right? Where if you die once, you lose your status and you don't necessarily lose the progress of your character, but like you lose the status, and the status is literally everything. And I've just been hooked on it. I've been hooked on Phonics. It's so fun. I've already died once, and it was 100% my fault, and I'm mad about it. But it's like reignited this flame in me to want to grind the game. I mean, I'm literally, playing it right now while and not streaming today in the morning. I have a bunch of stuff coming up later tonight. But I'm just gonna be grinding away over here. So those are the games I'm grinding right now. And how do I keep up on all the games going on? Dude, I don't. There's so many games that just go over my head, and if I miss, like, if I'm like 2 days late, if I'm like a day or two late in terms of streaming the game, like I almost just won't do that either, because you're not really, sometimes it gets spoiled. I'll watch other people play the game, and it just kind of it ruins it for me. I think that's one of the negative things about being a streamer, and or like that there are so many streamers in the world, is that it's kind of, there are certain games that I haven't even played just because I've watched other people play it. So it doesn't always happen, but it's happened to me. And that's how but believe it or not, that's how I keep up with all the games going on, actually, is like, what's kind of hot, who's streaming what. And also my brother Chris does a great job letting me know if there's a really cool new game going out. And I'll usually play it and give it a chance. I mean, he's actually put me onto some of my most favorite games that I've played recently. So how many games can I play at once is an interesting, 2. Two. And it can't be, I can't play League of Legends and Fortnite at the same time. It's not something like that, right? Like when it comes to multitasking for video games, like they have to be, one game has to require some sort of, away from keyboard full like mindset, some AFK mindset where, you're just, you're clicking a button and it does something for you while you're actually paying attention to the real game. So, just two. Right, I can play Final Fantasy 11 and Fortnite. I can probably play Final Fantasy 11 and League of Legends too. But there are certain things that require more effort and more focus, and you have to pay attention. So, a potential feeling the general gaming audience may feel is overwhelmed by the amount of games and underwhelmed by the satisfaction. Do I agree with this? I think it's the same thing with everything in life right now. We have so many games at our fingertips and so much technology that we are enjoying games less, we are enjoying things less, we're enjoying content less. So I think that if you want to genuinely enjoy games and genuinely enjoy animes and shows and movies and things like that, if you want to enjoy these things more, you have to, disconnect a little bit from the overload of media. Personally, I think that's the only way to actually enjoy things anymore. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I did. This question, I'm not even kidding you. This question just kind of opened up my eyes a little bit for myself in terms of stimulation. I mean, we just want to be stimulated all the time, right? I think like being okay with being bored, I have to kind of get back. I feel like the world needs to get back to that sensation, that feeling of like, it's okay to not be on your phone. It's okay to not have something in your face, because man, I miss that. Like one of my first games growing up that I remember, like I loved playing video games growing up, but one of the first games that blew me away, and I can honestly say I've never been more hooked on in my entire life, was Kingdom Hearts. The first Kingdom Hearts, the storyline, the beauty of the game. It was fun. It was difficult. Just everything. You're playing as Donald Duck, right? And Goofy, and you're flying around all these Disney worlds, and you're beating these bosses. Like, it was such a cool storyline too. I loved it. I was obsessed with that game. And I haven't really had, it hasn't, besides Final Fantasy 11, really there hasn't been a game like that that's like, I'm like nervous to wake up in the morning, like that Christmas feeling. But I think that, I don't think it's the game. It's not the developers' fault. It's not the people who are making the game's fault. It's just the world and the way the world is right now. So yeah, I guess that's my advice to gain that feeling back. Are people going to do it? And should they do it? I don't know. Probably not. But will I try to do it? I think so. I'll try. Let's see if I can get my little innocence back, or get my what is it? Get my head right to where I'm excited and truly awed by these games again. It's like retraining your brain. And there you have it for another legendary AFK solo episode. We are aging like a fine wine over here, baby. Make sure to hit that follow button whether you're on Spotify, Apple, or any other platform. Keep leaving your comments, ratings, and reviews. They really help the show grow, and they always brighten our days with warm smiles and happy rainbow guppies. Until our next adventure, friends, take care.
It's AFK with Ninja. Ninja's got a show. It's AFK with Ninja, the best podcast in the world. AFK.
Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. With the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms, Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers. In fact, Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/podcast free. All lowercase, shopify.com/podcast free, shopify.com/podcast free.